Hello, everyone, and it is Tuesday, so it's time for my weekly broadcast. I am just getting back from a morning appointment, so I literally just had time to send out my reminders to get this, my studio back in order because I'd taken down my light for another project and was able to hit go at 1:30. So hello, I see someone has joined me. If you want to say hello in the chat, come on. If you want to come in, there's a button at the bottom of this that says join the broadcast. You can come on screen. You can just hook up your microphone if you have any questions that with your online marketing this week. This week have been working on some messaging marketing. And for those of you who are not familiar with, messaging marketing, it is through a Facebook Messenger is how I do it. And a lot of you are getting message reminders every week for when I go live. So that is one of the great things that I can do with Messenger. Opt in and tell people, hey, I'm about to go live. Click here. Come see me. Here's last week's broadcast. So that's great. This week for a client, I did a flow. That's what they're called. You develop a flow, a series of messages to where if somebody clicks that they want to do this, then I send them this message. If they click here, I send them this message. And I can tag them with what their interests are. So I have a client, she has an event in a few weeks, and the event is one that we're not asking for registrations. We'd love to have them. We'd love to know who is coming, but we've been passing out postcards. We actually have some printed postcards that we physically have been handing out to people. We're going to start talking about it on our Facebook page and LinkedIn, whatever. And I said, okay, let's give people a preview. So we are going to this week do some messenger where people can maybe comment, maybe it's click on a link. It'll probably be both. And then they get taken to their Facebook messages that says, hey, we're so excited that you want to know more about this event. Would you like to see a preview or hear, it's an audio, hear a preview of the meditation that we're going to do, of the relaxation? And they can click yes, and they will be sent a 1-minute preview of her audio. It's a 30-minute long audio, so I chose kind of the best 1 minute, and they can hear the audio, and then it will be like, man, wasn't that relaxing? Do you want me to send you a reminder the day of the event? So, they know about the date and all, but hey, we're going to be nice. We can send you a reminder and let you know the day of the event that we're doing it. And that way, what does this do? We're sending people direct messages through a messenger, through a text messaging type of thing that, people want to have, and they're more likely to open them. I am getting at least a 50%, and that's a bad open rate on Messenger. If you're doing email marketing, you know that 20% is a good open rate. So 50% I'm thrilled with. I'm building mine slowly. I'm not doing it through ads at this point because I'm still testing to see what words I like to use and whatnot. I just got finished this morning with a realtor that I'm working with to try and get all of her Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter to look like one person. She opened a lot of different accounts, all at slightly different times. And so she pretty much had changed all of her headshots to be the right place. But there were places where she didn't have the header across the top, and it didn't always look like the same person. So we have been working for 3 weeks now to really get to where she looks like the same person, to where she is showing her credibility with her certification that she has. We're making sure that that is everywhere. And we set up a messenger bot on her page, one of those that, says, hey, message me. And if people message her, then it brings up her picture and says, hey, welcome to my messenger. Are you interested in buying or selling? And if they say buying, they can click and get a link to her website where all of her listings are done. If they say selling, then we can say, hey, here's our phone number, send me your phone number. We need to get together as soon as possible. It tags them with those different tags. So as she is developing, getting people to message, immediately she knows, this is my list of buyers, this is my list of sellers. Do I have anything together? We can start doing some things with even, what size house do you need? Do you have 3 people? Do you have 4 people? Do you work at home? I'm envisioning that I'll be able to do some questionnaires with those people to say, I'm guessing that you're going to need a 5-bedroom home, with a pool and whatever. And yes, I have some things with those. She can have all that information before her first meeting so that she has only the homes that they are looking for when she sits down with them. Instead of that first meeting all being about getting to know you, we can do that through Messenger, get them to answer certain questions and almost fill out a sheet that she's going to have before she gets to the meeting. So if you do that, if you have certain questions that you ask of your clients at that first meeting, the getting to know you phase, think about how you can ask them through Messenger and then even send them over to a report that gets printed out so that you have answers and can come to those. Instead of with questions, you can already have proposals set for you. No, I do a lot of coffees and was so disappointed probably about 6 months ago when a client said, I wish I knew more about what you did. I thought she knew before we met and, even felt like I could do what they were asking after our meeting, but they didn't feel the same way. And so maybe if we asked some of those questions ahead of time, we would have known that, hey, it's not a good fit. So, you can even do some of that where if there's a certain thing that you do, maybe, for instance, I can do AdWords. It's not my favorite thing to do, and I'm not very good at it. So I'm going to send somebody who wants to do Google AdWords, probably, find a colleague or somebody that we can work with to get that done. I had the opportunity to work with WordStream, which does Google AdWords. I don't have enough people who are that big that I did that. So, there's certain things that maybe I could ask ahead of time and know, if you're doing this, then I'm going to need to bring somebody in, or, hey, that's not my thing. I need to send you here. So I really want you to look this week at the Messenger type of marketing. I was talking with another client this morning and she was like, yes, I want to get an opt-in and they're going to be sent to my email and we're guarding our email a little more these days versus clicking on a button that says, yes, I want to get your coupon. And, all I'm doing is clicking on a button. They're opting in and sharing their information through Facebook. And it's very easy for them to opt in or out. That I'm thinking that they're going to feel safer and more easily opt in to getting a quick message from people, especially people who are doing this well. Just yesterday, my LinkedIn coach is starting a new program. I can't wait to watch more of what she's doing. I hope that I can get in on it. But she did the first of her video series. She is going to do 3 videos to introduce her thoughts as to why this program is something that people need. So her first video was posted yesterday. And what she said was, comment on this video and let me know your thoughts. What do you like? What speaks to you? And PSS, when you comment on this video, I'm going to send you a quick note via Messenger. And the note via Messenger just said, hey, Ellen, I'm going to be posting, the next 2 videos. If you want to be informed when I post those videos, just type the word yes. So think about what that does. When I typed yes, I'm going to be getting a notification when she puts those videos up, so that I'm going to know specifically when I want to go watch them, when they're going to be up for me to watch. I don't have to risk the fact that Facebook is going to decide whether I see those second videos. I decide that she's going to tell me when she posts those videos. So Facebook is throttling down how much they're showing things from our pages. But our pages are public. Our pages are what people are going to be researching. So we want to keep those pages active. So if we say, hey, do you want to opt in to know when I'm posting events, when I am posting my live videos? Just opt in yes. And that way I'm taking it out of Facebook's hands as to whether, I'm seeing or who I'm showing my post to. I can still post it publicly. People are going to be able to see it later, but I can tell the people who don't want to miss one of my important posts that, hey, I just posted something important. It's on my Facebook page. Go see it here. So if you're not doing Facebook Messenger, if you've not heard me talk about it before, if that chatbot thing, you've tried to figure out, how can I make that work? Then let's talk. Let's have a chat. You can go to ellenmcdowell.com/chat and schedule a quick phone call with me so that we can, go over what your messaging may be, what your marketing may need to be, if it is a good fit or not, and help that your Facebook posts are going to be seen by more people and be seen by the people who are interested in seeing them. And yes, I know I can go on to Facebook pages, and I do, for a few Facebook pages that I want to make sure that I see and see these posts first. I do that for my own page. Make sure that for my own page, I see those posts first. But I'm the admin on many, many pages. And so some of those pages have other people posting as well. I don't see every post, even for the pages that I am listed as an admin. Facebook doesn't show me every post, even on those pages. So now I'm wondering what I'm missing. I don't have to wonder if I say, hey, do you want me to send you a message every time I do a new blog post? Seth Godin, a very big online marketer, every morning I have opted into getting what he calls a prompt. And it's just a food for thought. I think this morning, either this morning or yesterday, the thought was, I've never bought anything on an elevator. Have you? So maybe our elevator speeches, need to be revamped. And he linked to, he links to an old blog post, maybe a new blog post. Sometimes it's a new blog post, but he's, getting people to look at old blog posts by sending us a prompt every morning. And sometimes it's good enough that I go look at his old blog post, and sometimes not. But I get the option then. At least I get that prompt. So I want you to think more about messenger marketing. I do think it is something that more people need to do. That is what today's topic is. I don't see anybody hopping on to ask any questions. So before I go, make sure if you do have a question, at the bottom there, I think it's on that side, there's a join post. So if you do want to come on, or if you just want to type into the chat, hey, Ellen, I've got this question, go ahead and do that. I'm enjoying doing these posts, these broadcasts every week. This is number 10. Oh, I forgot. This is number 10. Lucky number 10. Top 10. Now I can have my top 10 broadcast of all time. Maybe not. But it was my goal to do something weekly. I have stuck to that goal. It would have been so easy this week to say, don't have time. I've got all these appointments. I just got in. But I'm being true to what I set out to do. I'm being true to being consistent in my marketing. And that was one of my messages last week is, are you being consistent in getting out there? So I encourage you to figure out a way that you are posting consistently, that you are doing something consistently to stay in front of your clients now and to get in front of your next potential big client. Treat everything that you do as if it can bring you to the one who can do something. Do it with enthusiasm, do it with love, do it with passion.